Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you the mask that I created, which represents both how I see myself and how I present myself to the world. I'll explain both sides of the mask and why I chose each part and connect it to the five key concepts that I've learned in this course. Um, First, I'll talk about the inside of my mask, which shows my self-perception, and then I'll explain the outside, which basically explains how I present myself to the world. And then finally, or I'll reflect on all the five key concepts and what I've learned and what I can take away from this project. Um, on the inside of my mask, the side facing me, I've included five key components, which how I represent myself. First, here I put a golf ball, because golf is a huge part of my life. It reflects my dedication and the discipline I have as an athlete. And then second, I put my family and my cat, um, or like a little family symbol right here, and it kind of it just shows how my family is extremely important to me and how they've shaped me as a person. Um, and then right here, I put a mirror, kind of, um, to symbolize self-reflection, and I've always look look to improve myself, whether it's in golf, school, or life. And then, fourth, I put a dollar symbol and a briefcase to show my ambition as a business major with goals, and how I'm driven to be an investment banker as my future. And then right here, I put a church symbol and a little heart to represent my values and my connection to faith. It's always reminded me to stay grounded and have purpose. Um, these connect to the course concepts like self-concept, which is an internal sense of who I am, and then second, self-esteem, because these things boost my confidence, and then third, perception, as it's shaped how I see myself, and then fourth is identity, which is a personal story that I tell about myself and culture. The fifth one is culture, since my Italian background has shaped my values and my personality and my family. And then on the second, the outside of my mask, how people perceive me. Um, First I put a smiling face, or like me laughing, because people always see me as like funny, or I'm just always smiling. And I'm just kind of easy to talk to. And then second, I put a sports logo to represent that people know me as like an athlete just because of golf and stuff like that. And then on the bottom here, I put my friends and a little handshake because my friends always see me as like a loyal, supportive kind of guy, and my friends are a really big part of my life. They've always been there. And then fourth, I kind of put here just the sunglasses to represent like confidence, or sometimes like the cool image I like to project, even when I'm feeling like stressed out on the inside. And then here I put a calendar and a clock. I know it's kind of hard to see. Because people kind of see me as busy all the time, juggling school, golf, and work. It's kind of hard to balance all of them. And then I can tie these kind of all into face work, which is how I manage the impression I make on others. First one is non-verbal communication. The second one is non-verbal communication, like the smiling and the body language. And then the third one is impression management, where I control how I come across. And then the fourth one is social identity, which since I'm part of groups like my team and my friends. And then the fifth one is perception checking, which is how I reflect on myself and how others see me. Um, in conclusion, this presentation, I shared how my mask shows the difference between my inner self and the face I present to the world. We've looked at self-perception, the outside image which I project, and how these connect to concepts like self-concept, face work, and impression management. And really what I've learned from this project is that identity has so many layers and that we're constantly balancing being authentic with managing how others perceive us. It really helped me reflect on who I am and how I communicate with the world. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this half as much as I liked making this. Um, Thank you for your time.